Well, hello, Internet. I'm Luke Welsh. This is David Dupuis over here, and we are with Collinsville Daily News. Today we have a special guest. We are at Worldwide Technology Raceway's Media Center to talk to Thomas Annuziata?
Annuziata. It's pretty close.
Now, your story, just to get started with it, you definitely didn't have a conventional NASCAR sort of experience, right? You see a lot of people grow up in that dirt scene, then they advance, do a lot of dirt oval racing. You didn't really have that story. You did a lot of go-karting, road racing sort of series. Can you just go talk about what that was like for you, how you got started in that, and how you're now here racing in the Xfinity series?
Yeah. Well, my dad used to race drag race before I was born and stopped to take care of us. So, I mean, I was always the kid that liked destruction in cars. I tried baseball and a few other things, but I didn't really like it very much. By the time I was 10, 11 years old, I jumped into a go-kart for the first time, which is still a little bit late. But then I didn't really professionally kart until like 14, 15. I didn't really get into racing until pretty late. Went through the ranks, was racing against Connor Zullis and Brent Cruz. They were my teammates at one point. And they already had so many more years of experience than I did at the time. And I used them to try to gain experience and learn. And I never really understood how to get there. I think me and my dad didn't, I think Connor and Brent both had a more clear path. So we kind of followed them, but I always had an unrealistic belief that I could make it or it would happen. So, now I'm here now.
Sure. I think in general, we've seen kind of a shift from we only want to bring in people who race on dirt. Now, we have SVG in the Cup Series. They'll just going up to the Cup Series next year. Do you think your path to where you are now, as well as other people's paths in recent years, will be more of a common thing considering how much of a prevalence NASCAR puts on road courses these days?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think the dirt kids that the dirt way is gonna die out, but I think there's definitely more opportunity now. I know in some of the go-karting world, road course world, I know they already have programs trying to breed the next NASCAR Cup champions as well, trying to get them up there. So there's a ladder system forming because of people like Connor and Brent and myself. But I don't think you have to necessarily run dirt. I never touched dirt in my life, believe it or not. I want to at some point, but I've never touched it. Do I think it can help? Yeah, sure, but I'm better in some areas than some other drivers are. So
right, yeah, that was gonna be my next question. What do you think's been has it been really difficult to switch from road racing to stock car racing?
I say yeah. I mean, I think NASCAR has people outside of NASCAR think of oval racing as easy or silly or stupid in ways, and I think it's ridiculous. I mean, as a road course driver, I think it's easy for me to be quick around an oval. I think it's hard for an oval guy to go to a road course and be quick. But the racecraft is so much more difficult, in my opinion. I mean, you're fighting for inches instead of feet. I think the technicality of a road course is more difficult, but you have more options of to make maneuvers. You have very little opportunity to make maneuvers in an oval. On top of that, you're messing with air that you can't see. Right. You can pass people and manipulate the air, which I'm trying to figure out and learn myself. So I'd say it's been going well. I've been learning pretty quick, I'd say. But it's difficult for sure.
Right. This, of course, is the first time the Xfinity Series has been at Worldwide Technology Raceway, I believe, since 2010. Has there been a lot of conversation about, we don't know how this race is going to shape out? Has there been a lot of, what are you doing to plan for a race that hasn't happened for the past 15 years, essentially?
I mean, watch some of the Cup racing, obviously. I've ran here in TA2 before, Trans Am TA2, but we ran the road course and we go into the racetrack and only run turn 3 and 4 at half speed. So that's the only experience I have here. But you can see a track and start to understand maybe where maneuvers can be done and not. I can't tell you I've watched 2010 race. I was only 5 years old at the time. So that's definitely not something I've watched, but maybe I should tonight.
Wow. Crazy. Yeah, some college student he's younger than us, right? That's crazy.
I in 2010.
That's not we make you guys feel.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time today that I felt old.
You just won, not just won, but you won an ARCA Series race at Lime Rock. What was that experience like for you? Obviously it's another road course, but for you to get your first stock car series win, that must have been pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool, right? I mean, I grew up racing with Connor Zullis and Brent Cruz, and they did things 2 years before I did. So, to finally jump in the ARCA series last year for a little bit, and this year was awesome. But I mean, I've won Trans Am races, I've won late model races, Mazda races, but I've never been able to do a donut after my race, and so that's something I really wanted to do. And last year I got close, but I didn't quite get there. And Lime Rock weekend was the first weekend in my life that I actually had competitive equipment for one weekend. So I hardly slept the week before, just nervous if do I really suck or can I do it? And I did it. So I mean, it was like a fever dream, honestly, especially being wrecked in the beginning of that race and then getting wrecked in the truck race when we did well. I mean, all going downhill, and then at the end of that day, it was just a dream. So I look forward to hopefully doing that again too.
Right.
So, I mean, we talked, of course, about age, just a minute ago there. As someone myself who is not super acquainted with, the ages at which people kind of go pro in racing or really get good at it. Like my world is kind of aviation, right? Like you can't really become a pilot younger than 18 or so.
Right.
What is the typical age for somebody to go pro?
30, 40 years ago, you probably get in at if you're 25 is like the new 15, or sorry, 15 is the new 25. Like I think 30 years ago, Gordon got into it in his early 20s, and that was an alien at the time. I think back then you get into it in your 30s. Probably say 10, 15 years ago, if you were in your early 20s, that's significantly early, right? Logano got into it at 19, 20. But now, I mean, there's kids like Tristan McKee and Ben Mayer that are coming up that I know personally that are like 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're way younger than I am. I'm young. They make me feel old. So, it's interesting for sure.
Do you think? I believe the ARCA series, there's a minimum age requirement, correct? Is it like to race in ovals?
Well, it's definitely not. It's definitely lower than 15.
Lower than 15?
I have no idea. It has. I mean, maybe I don't know how the licensing works. But I know there are 15-year-olds driving ARCA cars. So
anyway, I think that's all the time we have. But thank you for coming and talking to us.
I appreciate
Best wishes for this race and the rest of the season.
Thank you guys.
You got it. Cool. Thanks for your time.